Welcome back to another episode with Mufaro, Joyce, and Baby Ruth. In this episode, we're going to talk about why you need to do it for the love and not for the money. When I went to college in San Diego, I don't know, 20 years ago now. It feels like 20 years ago.
Almost 20 years.
Long time ago. Let's put it that way. Long time ago. I'm getting old. When I went to college, when I went to college, we had this Korean lecturer, very old guy. He must have been in his 80s when I took his class, and he taught world history, I believe it was. Yeah, it was world history, and he was really knowledgeable about the subject. So this guy would come in before everybody showed up to class, and he would stay late after everybody had gone home. And meanwhile, we were in our early 20s. We could barely make it to class. Half the time we're hungover anyway. Especially on Mondays, we're hungover. Sometimes during the week, let's be honest. I remember I was always late to class. I recall one of the students in my class asked, and his name was Dr. Kim. She asked, "Hey, Dr. Kim, you know you could just retire because you seem like you got everything you need. You got all the money."
Right.
And the guy responded and said, "Why should I? Why should I do that?" That got me thinking when I heard another story years later about a rich New York banker, stockbroker. He lived in New York City. He went to some small town in Mexico for vacation. So one of these fishing villages in Mexico. And he just started hanging out outside his hotel room at the beach. And he bumped into one of these local fishermen. Mexican local fishermen. So he kind of observed him on the first day. What he noticed, like the guy would go out, go fishing, come back with a little bit of fish, and some of the fish that he had, he would sell to the market, and some of the fish that he had left over, he would take it home and eat. Come back to that to the bar at that hotel where the stockbroker was staying, just to hang out with his buddies and drink beer and just hang out and have a good time. So this stockbroker noticed that. Day 1, day 2, day 3. Eventually the stockbroker from New York asked this Mexican fisherman, he said, "I've been noticing you going fishing, coming back in your rundown boat, and after fishing you just hang out with your buddies, you don't do a lot." The Mexican fisherman is like, "Yeah, of course, that's my life." He's like, "But don't you want to," he asked the Mexican, "don't you want to stay out there longer, get more fish, and sell more fish so you can be able to earn money to buy a bigger boat?" And then the Mexican fisherman asked, "Why should I get a bigger boat?" And the stockbroker said, "So you can be able to get more fish." So the Mexican said, "And then what do I do with that fish?" He's like, "So you can go sell more fish at the market and make more money than you're making now." The Mexican said, "Okay, so once I make more money, what should I do with it?" And the stockbroker said, "Now you can start hiring a team of people that you can work with and build an empire." So the guy is like, "Okay, once I build an empire, then what?" He's like, "So you can retire early and go do whatever you want." The fisherman is like, "Okay, but this is exactly what I want to do." So more of the story is that the fisherman was already doing what he wanted to do already, but the stockbroker was just taking the long way around by going to New York City, doing all these crazy things, acquiring all this wealth so he can live just like the fisherman is doing. Because the fisherman is already free, and he's doing exactly what he wanted to do. So the fisherman said, "I don't want to build this fancy business and work crazy hours and not get to spend time with my buddies and go fishing or go hang out with my family. I don't want to do all that because I'm already living that life that I want to live when I retire anyway."
That's right.
So I've already won. So what's the moral of the story? I've taken jobs in my career that were just focused on making money, and I've regretted it. And I know a lot of people, you know a lot of people, right? That do things just for the money and they end up regretting it. But they don't realize that just like the Mexican fisherman in that little Mexican village, you too can skip right to what you truly love and what you're passionate about, and not focus so much about the money. Because when you focus just on the money, you're gonna lose. See, it's the older people that understand this, but the younger people are not gonna understand what we're talking about until it's a little bit too late, unfortunately. So that's what I want to encourage you to do. Do it for the love.
Yes.
Don't do it for the money. And if it means that you're gonna have to take a pay cut from making 150,000, there's some nurses who make that. If it means that you have to go down to 75, which is half what you used to make, but you're happier because you're running your own business, then so be it. Why not? You're gonna be happier for it. Less stress and better relationships. I hope you got some value from this video, and I want to encourage you to take a look at our video course that we put together down below. It's a link you can preview for free. It's a 90-day video course that teaches you how to start and grow your very own non-medical home care agency. Click the link below. You learn how to do it yourself, learn how to start a business, and we do all the marketing for you. Yep, we do all the online marketing for you. So take a look at it, and we'll see you in the next one.
See ya.